Hey guys, how are you? I wanted to talk to you guys today about the customer to coach conversion and trying to get your challenge pack customers to change into a coach, whether they're a discount coach or a business builder coach. So I'm going to share my screen. And in your coaches group, you should be able to find the Files tab. And in there should be the invite script. In mine, it's called Invite Guide, and it should be like a Google Doc that you can click on. And if you haven't read this already, this is a really valuable tool, especially for new coaches to get familiar with inviting and the inviting process. But definitely use it as a guide to guide your conversations, and don't cut and paste. You know, people will be able to tell if you're copying and pasting. Use it as guide and kind of give it the twist so that it sounds like you. But if you scroll through it, you will be able to see towards the end, here it is. Once you sell a challenge pack, click below to learn how to convert a challenge pack customer into a coach. Click that link and it'll bring you to a new doc. And I'm just going to kind of walk you through this today. So you sold a challenge pack. Yay, awesome. So now is the time to get them started right. Your job does not end after the sale. In fact, it's only just beginning. We call this on Team Boom hashtag 5lifers, hashtag 5bestfriends, because when you sell a challenge pack, you get 2 Success Club points. And so if you have 5 lifers for the month, 5 times 2 is 10, and Success Club 10 is the ultimate goal. So what to do now? So you need to get them into your challenge group as soon as they order. Different coaches have different approaches to this. You know, sometimes people will say that the person has to have bought the challenge pack before the group actually starts. And that's actually not how I do things. I put people into a challenge group once they get their challenge pack. You know, there's a little bit of a restriction, but for the most part, I put them into whatever challenge group is happening at that time, even if they have to get in late. And the reason why I like to do that is because I like to be able to give all of my attention and effort to one group and not have to divide my time and attention between 2 or 3 groups. Also, when I'm putting everybody into one group, everybody can be, you know, like together, and they can get to know each other and be on this journey together, and you know, learn and work with each other. So I just think it helps people become familiar with one another, and you know, people bond, and you'll be surprised. People in your challenge groups, your challengers, will actually become friends, and it's nice to see. So I like to not have to separate people. So I put them into the challenge group that's happening then, as long as it's not ending in like 5 days. If it's ending in 5 days and they just ordered and they're not going to get their challenge pack for another 5 to 7 days anyway, then it makes the most sense for them to wait. But as long as there's like a good week or 2 left, I will add them. And you can talk to your upline coach about that if you need help. The next step is to set up a one-on-one, let me undo that. Set up a one-on-one Zoom call with them to get them started right. If this is new for you, definitely talk to your upline coach, because he or she will be able to help you with this as you learn the ropes yourself. But I like to do this so that people can get started right, you know, with their challenge pack. So this may be all new to them. And so to have you kind of walk them through it will, I think, really ease their anxiety, and it'll make them, you know, get started right. And we talk about how the best challengers turn into the best coaches. So if you can really take the time now to support your new challenger and get them started right and have them have this awesome experience in your challenge group, the more likely they are to become a coach on your team. So usually these calls last about 30 minutes. In the Liberate Team files, I do have a recording of an example of one of these calls, as well as the template for the meal planning piece. I have that in the Files tab as well. So like I said, in this call, you'll be going over you know, getting them started with their meal plan, and you know, give them a little review of Beachbody On Demand, and bring them into your challenge group and show them what it looks like, and you know, where they should be participating and holding themselves accountable, and that sort of thing. The next thing you want to do is give them a few of your favorite ways to make Shakeology. You know, not everybody loves Shakeology the first time they try it, especially because Shakeology has nothing artificial in it. So there's no crap in there that's going to make it sweeter or taste really good. That's why it's important to find a yummy recipe to add, like the unsweetened almond milk or coconut milk, possibly to add some fruit to kind of sweeten it up a little bit. You know, so if you don't help people with their Shakeology, then they're likely not going to continue with it. You know, if they don't like it, they don't fall in love with it, they're probably not going to continue with it, and then they're not going to become a coach. So you want to make sure early on that you're talking to your challengers about their Shakeology and helping them find a recipe that they love. In the group, we chat a lot and, you know, exchange Shakeology recipes so they can ask in there. And also you can have them turn to Pinterest because there are a bajillion recipes on Pinterest as well. Be consistent with checking in on them to see how they're doing once they start. I tag my challengers in the accountability posts every single day, as long as they haven't already chimed in, just to let them know that I'm holding them accountable, you know, to let them know that they have someone to check in with, and to make sure that they are staying on their eating plan and making sure they're getting their workout in. And if they are having trouble, that it's okay to tell me and that I am here to help them kind of figure out a new game plan to get back on track. I know when I log in and I see everybody chiming in, it really helps keep me motivated, and I know it will do the same for them. And, you know, part of what they paid for is this group support and accountability. Otherwise, they could just, you know, go to the gym and be alone. But what they paid for is, you know, this group atmosphere and this community, so they might as well get as much out of it as they can. You might consider assigning them an accountability partner, like another challenger in the group, so that they can connect and hold each other accountable, just kind of another layer of accountability. Or what I like to do is start a group message thread just on Facebook Messenger with all of my challengers within the bigger group. So my group, my smaller group within the bigger group. You know, I text them, I message them every day, not all day, every day, especially as the challenge goes on and they're becoming more independent. But you know, I like them to know that I'm always available if they need some help or some accountability. And I like to use this as a way to kind of connect with them on a level beyond just health and fitness. I like to get to know, like, about their family life, where they live, what they do for a job. You know, we talk about what we're doing on the weekends or at night and things like that. So, you know, it's really an opportunity to kind of grow our friendship. And, you know, again, because if they're having a great experience in the group, you know, which comes from many different ways, you know, one of which becoming better friends with me and happier and healthier, then they're more likely, again, to become that coach after the challenge is done. So after 1 to 2 days, definitely check in. And like I had said before, make sure they're liking their Shakeology. The worst thing that could happen is, you know, you go to check in with them after 3 weeks and they tell you that they haven't been drinking their Shakeology because they didn't like it on day 1. You know, so you want to be able to nip that in the butt on day 1 and help them so that by 3 weeks in, they're absolutely loving it and can't imagine not drinking it every single day. Ask them what their favorite way to make it is, and ask them if they've started to notice any differences, like less cravings, more energy, better digestion, better mental clarity, like whatever it is, especially according to their goals, if they're noticing any changes. And then mark your calendar or set an alarm. I typically will write it on a Post-it, and I put the Post-it right on my computer so I see it every single day. That works for me. I know some people set an alarm on their phone, put it in your calendar, whatever you have to do, for 2.5 to 3 weeks after their order date, because this is when you want to bring up coaching with them. So step 1, in order to talk to them about the next step, about coaching. So day 18 or so, I don't want to wait too long because you want to give them enough time to make a decision and change over to being a coach before it gets too late, before their Shakeology actually ends up shipping out. You don't want it, you know, to run out of time. But I also want to give them enough time to really fall in love with it and to start experiencing those physical and mental changes that Shakeology does for us. So 18 days kind of tends to be my sweet spot because, you know, if they order on day 1 and then they start technically probably day 7 or 8, really gives them like 10-ish days to really start falling in love with it. So, hey, how's everything going for you? I just wanted to check in and see what you were thinking in terms of next steps. Do you plan to stick with us? Are you a hashtag lifer? I know that time goes so fast, but your auto ship for Shakeology is coming up. If you plan to stick with it, which I hope you do, we should talk about how we can get you the discount and save some money. And people are usually like, oh, that's awesome. Yeah, like, why wouldn't I want to save some money? So then if they want to save some money, you can talk to them about the cost. And then I have here, if they do want to sign up and save that money, then you would have to find their exact order date, and you could follow these steps here to get their exact order date. If they're not sure about, sticking with the Shakeology, you could always laugh with them and say, oh, just remember, you only want to drink Shakeology on the days that you want to feel good. Who doesn't want to feel good every single day? So if it gets to the next step to talking about cost, this is what you would do. So you could say to them, I would just copy and paste this and say to them, so if you're going to continue with it every month, I always recommend signing up as a discount coach, also known as a preferred customer. Just because sometimes when people hear the word coach, they're a little thrown off because they don't quite understand. So I usually say like preferred customer, AKA discount coach. You do not have to coach anybody, but if you want to know more about coaching and what I do as a coach, I'm more than happy to share with you. But as a preferred customer, it's about $97 for Shakeology plus the $16 membership fee, which is about $113 total. For a customer, it's $130 plus tax plus shipping, so you end up saving about $30 a month and about $200 a year, and it's easy to cancel or put on hold anytime. I can show you how if you're interested, question mark. So then if they want to, you would, there's the steps are here that you can help them sign up. But if they do want to talk more about the coaching opportunity, you could say, if they want the discount, that's fine. But if they are wanting to, if they're curious and kind of want to know about the opportunity, which I try to always lead with. I used to lead with the discount and then try to, move forward with the opportunity. And now I'm trying to start with the opportunity and default to just this discount coach if needed. And I simply ask by, keeping it really cool and calm and, breezy, and just say, have you ever considered doing what I do as an online health coach? And if they are interested, you can talk to your upline coach for help on how to get them started. Okay? So these are the things that you can do if they are interested in learning more. Send them the coach sneak peek videos from the Liberate files. Ask them when they think they can watch the videos. A day or two after they've said that they're done watching the videos, I would message them and say, hey, have you had a chance to watch the videos? And if they have, say, okay, I'd love to schedule a call with my upline, a Zoom call with my upline, so we can kind of go over everything you watched and get all your questions answered. They're like, oh, okay, cool. The other thing you can do is you can add them to our next Coach Sneak Peek group. And so on Team Boom, we run a variation of different Coach Sneak Peek groups. But you can talk to your upline about what the next one is that's coming up and add them to that. The other option is putting them on a group message thread with about 4 or 5 other experienced coaches to have those coaches share their coaching journey and experience and answer any questions that your prospect has. So if they, whether they want to just do the discount or want the discount, obviously, and are intrigued about the business opportunity, either way, you need to sign them up. And so I'll tell them, so it's so easy. Normally there's a $39 one-time sign-up fee for new coaches, but since you just recently bought the challenge pack, they will actually reimburse that fee. That fee is waived when they recently bought a challenge pack. So you just pay the $39 now, and when you sign up, and you don't buy anything else, and then as soon as you're done ordering, I can show you how to get that $39 refunded really quickly. So these are the steps to get them signed up. And then I always just make sure that they actually do it correctly. I'll say at the end, you'll see a page that says, congratulations, send me a screenshot of that page when you're done. Because I've had people who accidentally thought they had finished, but they actually hadn't. So there's no wiggle room with the congratulations page. If they didn't get it, then they didn't do it right. So then afterwards, make sure you show them how to get that $39 refunded. And you can do that by going to this form right here. And like I said above, you'll have to help them with their coach ID, which you can find in your coach online office, as well as their challenge pack order date, which you can also find following these steps in your coach online office. And then if unfortunately down the road they do want to cancel, it's super easy. You can just send them this form, and you can just encourage them to say, you know, please cancel my Shakeology HD, which stands for Home Direct, at this time. Tell them, you know, if they need any help to let you know. And then just good practice to make sure you get the incident number to confirm the cancellation went through, so that they don't get charged the following month accidentally in case the cancellation never actually went through. So just to be on the safe side. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, definitely comment below and let me know. All right. Thanks, guys.